Well, of course, this is America, land of the free, home of the brave. But you're not free to sit in your car and relax without being harassed.
What are we doing parked here?
Am I parked illegally?
We've had several complaints. I get it that you're legally parked. Make sure you're not America's Most Wanted and what you're doing here.
No, I'm not America's Most Wanted.
Got ID?
Have I committed a crime?
Right now? No, you haven't.
Oh, okay, great. Well, have a good day, officer. Yeah, you wish it could be that simple, you bonehead. That ain't the way the thin blue line works. The thin blue line just doesn't stop with their tyranny, and we should call it out as often as possible. This guy right here, innocent, sitting in his car with his dog, minding his own business, apparently near a school, when San Diego Police Department protectors and servants Yoder, 6706, and Echelion, 7057, walk up to his vehicle claiming that they've received several complaints on this guy about him parking there with shades on his window. The dastardly crime of shades and sitting in a parking lot near a school. How dare you, American? And as is often the case, the cop can articulate no crime as the Thin Blue Line ISIS member tries to extract yet another piece of documentation from an innocent American minding his own business. Let's take it from the top.
How we doing? I'm gonna grab the dog.
How can I help you?
What are we doing parked here?
Wow, he's really lucky that cop didn't shoot his dog.
Am I parked illegally?
Okay, we've had several complaints. You're parked in your van with all the shades up. Partially covered window. Hold on. Right in front of a school. And all the kids are walking by. People are concerned with what you're doing here. I get it that you're legally parked, but not the greatest place if you just want to hang out. So you get why I'm here, right? A lot of parents. Many calls have come in.
I mean,
So, I'm contacting you to make sure you're not America's Most Wanted and what you're doing here.
No, I'm not America's Most Wanted.
What's that?
Because you know, it only makes sense if you're on America's Most Wanted list that you wouldn't be out there hiding in the woods or trying to elude and get away from the police department and evade any kind of surveillance. You'd be sitting in a parking lot next to a school.
No, I'm not America's Most Wanted.
What's that?
No, I'm not America's Most Wanted.
Okay, you got ID?
Have I committed a crime?
What's that?
Have I committed a crime?
Right now, no, you haven't.
Do you suspect me of having committed a crime?
It's a possibility. That's why I'm here. I'm conducting
What
an
crime
investigation.
What crime do you suspect me of having committed?
I do not know if you're casing for children in the area. I do not know if you're casing to burglarize houses. Okay.
The safety of the children will always be the alibi of tyrants. Your rights don't end where we got a call begins. Yeah, I get it. It may look weird that somebody is sitting near a school with the shades on their van, and it might look weird, but that doesn't give you the right to identify somebody. If it does, then you could use something like this as a pretext to extract papers and documentation from anybody at any time. That's not America. That's not the America I want to live in. Give me dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery any day of the week.
Okay.
So that's why I'm here talking to you. Okay?
I can understand that.
Okay, so are we going to go round and round and round, or are you going to give me your information?
No, I would love to answer all your questions.
Okay.
I would just like to do so with my lawyer present. So this is my lawyer's contact information.
Okay, whatever.
I
don't call lawyers. I don't wait for them to come out.
I'm just letting you know that I would be happy to answer any and all of your questions with my lawyer present only.
Okay.
I love this tactic and this strategy. It's not, hey, I don't answer questions, and then you answer 100 questions after you said you wouldn't. You're saying, hey, I would love to answer all your questions. It's just that I would rather do it in the presence of my attorney. Love the tactic.
So where's his office? Let's drive there then.
You can give them a call right here.
Okay. I don't do that because I don't know who that is. So you're going to give me your information?
I'll give you my lawyer's information, and
Are you going to give me any of your information?
Not if I haven't committed a crime.
You need to leave.
For what purpose?
Because you're parked in front of a school zone, okay? And again, if you're not going to identify yourself and tell me who you are, we'll go round and round and round, but you need to leave this area if you want to park somewhere else. Okay?
So even though I'm not illegally parked, I'm just trying to get an understanding here, sir. So even though I'm not illegally parked, even though you don't suspect me of having committed a crime...
Well, that's why I'm here trying to figure out.
Well, you're...
And you're playing this game with me that you don't want to give me your information.
I'm not playing
Because if you haven't committed any crimes, and you're not America's Most Wanted, you don't have any warrants, you would say, sure, no problem, officer, here's my information, so we have no issues, I'll get your information, I'll run your record, make sure that you're not America's Most Wanted, and you won't let me finish talking.
Notice it's always you who's playing the game. They walked up to you. You didn't ask them to walk up to you. They started messing with you. They started harassing you. They started plying you with questions. They demand your ID. They use bully tactics because it always comes with the implied threat of force, state-sponsored violence. But you're all of a sudden the one playing games because you decide to stand on your unalienable rights and not submit and bow down to the tyrant.
And then we'll be done.
I just understand what my rights are, and California is not a stop and identify state.
If I have a call that they believe some kind of criminal, I suspect possible criminal activity, I'm here to investigate it, which means now you're detained.
If I get a call, you get to lose your rights. If I suspect that something might be happening, even though I don't have evidence and I can't articulate anything, even though I have no objective facts, I get to violate your rights. And if you refuse to comply, you're the one playing the game.
Okay, because I'm here. You were the one that was described. This is the van that was described. This is the license plate that was described.
Okay.
Is this your van?
Again, I'll be happy to answer any and all of your questions in the presence of my lawyer.
Do you just want to play this game all day?
No.
Because I'm here till midnight. We can sit here and do this all day.
We can do this as long as you like. I'm just stating for the 4th or 5th time, I would be happy to answer any and all of your questions in the presence of my lawyer.
And then I would be happy if you left.
This is Officer Yoder from the San Diego Police Department, and this is his mentality. If you decide to hold fast to your rights and not submit to tyranny, you, in the mind of Yoder, are playing a game.
Understandable. I will...
Are you going to leave?
Well, first I'm going to contact my lawyer as soon as I disengage with contact from you.
Let me ask you a question. Why is it that you don't want to give me your information? Why?
Because I'm not required to by law.
If this is an investigation, you are.
And again, what crime do you suspect me of having committed? You can't. You've stated 2 or 3 times that you don't suspect me of having committed any crimes.
No, I didn't state that. I said, do you have? I don't know if you've committed a crime.
I asked you if you inspect.
Okay, listen. You're making everybody nervous in this neighborhood. I don't want to go around and around with you. If you live out of your van, fine. Okay? You need to park somewhere else, not in a school zone. Okay?
Okay.
Can you do that?
I am capable of doing so.
Are you going to move your van?
Yes,
Then we can finish talking.
May I get
Because I don't want to go around and around with you for 3 hours because you think you know the law better than I do.
I don't. I just understand my rights. Is it possible to get your name and badge number and this officer's
Yoder,
name and badge?
6706. Write it down.
And officer, what is your name and badge number?
Italian.
Yep. 4839?
Italian and Yoder with the San Diego Police Department.
Yep. 7057.
Oh, 7057 and A Italian? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Fine, you can leave.
I can't with you leaning on my vehicle. So you're going to stand here and watch me?
Yeah, till you leave. That way I know you left.
And
I wish he wouldn't have left.
I feel really intimidated right now.
If you want.
I'm sorry?
You can file a complaint. You can feel intimidated, not intimidated.
I have a few complaints going on against San Diego Police Department.
All your complaints you want.
Really wish he hadn't left.
Two p.m. You have a good day, sir.
Have a great day, you too.
I do too.
Good.
I really like that tactic. Rather than I don't answer questions or I take the fifth or I'm not going to answer your questions, saying I am willing to answer any and all of your questions with counsel present. Let's just wait for my counsel to show up. I don't know when he's going to get here. Maybe he's in another state. I don't know. But as soon as he shows up, I would be willing to answer all of your questions as long as he's here. This is all with the awareness that cops have delicate sensibilities. They're very insecure. They're very, very scared. Oftentimes, especially if there's a dog present, we have to handle them with kid gloves and walk on eggshells around them. That's the prudent thing to do if you don't want to get electrocuted on the roadside or be shot. You're not saying you're not going to comply. And at the same time, you're in total control because you know and he knows that he's violating his own law. This comes from the Lord Villain channel. And keep in mind, this happened back in 2019, but everything that we saw is very instructive. We can all learn from it. It's a new strategy that we can, I think, effectively employ. If you visit him, let him know Here's the Deal sent you. If you like these commentary videos, maybe you'll like some of my others. Check out my most popular playlist. I'm sure there's some videos on there that you haven't seen yet. If you want to support the channel, the links are in the description below. Like this video. Share this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, understand your rights don't end where we got a call begins. I'll see you in the next video.